Cristiano Ronaldo. Al Nassr is aiming to prolong Cristiano Ronaldo's contract until 2026, providing him with the opportunity to participate in the 2026 World Cup for Portugal. Discussions are scheduled to take place this summer. Extending Ronaldo's stay for an additional year will enhance his value during the upcoming negotiations for TV rights. Dani Olmo. FC Barcelona has reached a deal with Dani Olmo for a contract extension until June 2030 and has submitted a new official bid to RB Leipzig. The details of the proposal include a guaranteed £55 million, £4 million, £4 million in easy add-ons, and £3 million in difficult add-ons. Olmo has agreed to a 6-year deal and is eager to join Barca. Matthias de Ligt. Sky Sports journalist Damesh Sheth has reported that Manchester United must offload a central defender before they can finalise a deal for Bayern Munich's Matthias de Ligt. The Red Devils have already bolstered their squad this summer with the acquisitions of Joshua Zirkzee and Lenny Yoro, although Yoro is set to be out for 3 months due to a metatarsal injury sustained in a match against Arsenal. In a conversation with Give Me Sport, Sheth indicated that while United plans to engage in discussions with Bayern and de Ligt's representatives, they will likely need to sell a centre-back to make room in both budget and roster. He also noted that any potential transfer would not be a hasty response to Yoro's injury, as he is anticipated to make a recovery within 3 months. West Ham United. West Ham United have reached an agreement to acquire 2 players, Argentine midfielder Guido Rodriguez and Borussia Dortmund striker Niklas Füllkrug. Rodriguez is scheduled to undergo a medical examination on Saturday. He is currently a free agent following his departure from Real Betis upon the expiration of his contract. Additionally, Borussia Dortmund striker Niklas Füllkrug is set to arrive in London on Saturday for a medical with West Ham United. The clubs have finalised a deal valued at £27.5 million, which includes additional incentives. Terms have been settled on a 3-year contract with the possibility of extending for another year. Victor Osimhen. According to reports from Corriere dello Sport via Sport Witness, Arsenal are currently leading the race ahead of Chelsea in the pursuit to secure the services of Napoli striker Victor Osimhen. The Nigerian forward has been linked with a move away from Napoli for several weeks now. However, no agreement has been reached with any club. Paris Saint-Germain have been in talks for the former Lille player, but they have been unwilling to meet Napoli's transfer demands. Recent reports from Corriere dello Sport suggest that Arsenal have now entered the race and are competing for the signature of the highly rated striker. While Chelsea also holds an interest in the 25-year-old, it is claimed that they are no longer considered a priority for Osimhen. Noussair Mazraoui. Mazraoui is emerging as a key target for the Red Devils as they seek to strengthen their right-back position during the current transfer window. Reports indicate that Erik ten Hag's team has reached an agreement on personal terms with the former Ajax player, and Elna suggests that a deal with Bayern Munich is also in place for his transfer. Initially, West Ham United expressed interest in acquiring Mazraoui and even reached a preliminary agreement with the German club. However, the player opted against a move to the London Stadium, preferring instead to reunite with his former manager, Ten Hag, at Old Trafford. According to Elna, Manchester United has communicated to Mazraoui their intention to sign him this summer. The journalist also notes that Mazraoui is currently awaiting clearance to depart from Bayern's pre-season tour to travel to Manchester to finalise the transfer. Bayern Munich is reportedly seeking a fee of approximately £16 million for the defender, making him a viable option for Manchester United. Tammy Abraham. AC Milan has reached out to his Roma regarding Tammy Abraham. He is among the candidates being evaluated as Milan aims to have 3 strikers for the upcoming season. Tammy is reportedly interested in the potential transfer. AC Milan's strategy involves Alvaro Morata, Luka Jovic, and another striker. Carlo Ancelotti has expressed his belief that Real Madrid will be his final club job, indicating that he is not particularly enthusiastic about coaching a national team. Despite having a contract at Santiago Bernabéu Stadium for the next 2 years, there were previous attempts by Brazil to entice him. However, the 65-year-old Italian seems uninterested in transitioning from a club to a national team role. In an interview with former Chelsea midfielder John Obi Michael's Obi-Wan podcast, Ancelotti stated, "My plan is for Real Madrid to be my ultimate club. As for coaching a national team, I am uncertain. I am not very excited about the idea because it would mean losing what I enjoy the most, the day-to-day involvement. I derive great satisfaction from my current role." Trent Alexander-Arnold. Reports from The Sun indicate that Trent Alexander despite interest from Real Madrid. The England international's existing contract with the Reds is set to expire at the conclusion of next season, which could allow him to depart Anfield without a transfer fee if a new agreement is not reached. Take Fusa Kubo. Liverpool is pursuing Real Sociedad winger Take Fusa Kubo, according to reports from the Asian media outlet Spanish. If the transfer goes through, it will establish Kubo as the most expensive Japanese player ever. Kubo made the switch to Sociedad from Real Madrid in 2022 and has had a remarkable tenure on the northern coast of Spain. The report suggests that this move will be part of the succession strategy as Mo Salah approaches the final year of his contract at Anfield.
The right back for Manchester City is currently in Germany undergoing a medical with Borussia Dortmund as he prepares for a loan transfer to the Bundesliga club. This arrangement includes an initial loan with a mandatory purchase option set at £25.3 million for the Brazilian player. The 22-year-old spent the previous season on loan at Girona and was not part of Manchester City's pre-season tour in the United States. Chido Obi Martin. Striker Chido Obi Martin is on the verge of finalising terms to transfer to Manchester United. Negotiations are ongoing, demonstrating a mutual desire from all sides to reach an agreement. The 16-year-old recently departed Arsenal after his contract expired in June. Despite having a new deal on the table with Arsenal, he opted to seek opportunities elsewhere due to uncertainties regarding his progression to the first team and the club's overall direction. He believes that his professional growth will be better supported at a different club. Manchester United appears poised to outmaneuver strong competition from German clubs, despite the fact that the offers from those clubs were reportedly more lucrative than United's. Dominic Solanke. Tottenham is reportedly preparing to pursue Bournemouth forward Dominic Solanke, as indicated by a report from the Daily Express. Solanke signed a new contract at the Vitality Stadium last year, which is said to contain a £65 million release clause. The report suggests that Spurs are considering this move due to uncertainties surrounding Richarlison's future. While no official offers have been submitted yet, it is noted that Tottenham is also aiming to acquire a winger during the summer transfer window. Mikel Merino. Arsenal is nearing the completion of a £25 million transfer for Real Sociedad midfielder Mikel Merino, as discussions between the clubs have reached a critical phase, according to the Daily Mirror. Sky Sports News reported yesterday that the Gunners are actively assessing the terms of a possible agreement. The Spain Euro 2024 champion is now in the final year of his contract with the club in San Sebastian. Scott McTominay. Fulham has submitted a new offer for Scott McTominay, proposing £23 million for the Manchester United midfielder. McTominay's future at Old Trafford remains uncertain following the rejection of a £30 million bid from West Ham last year. United is reportedly open to bids ranging from £25 to £30 million for the Scottish international, who has 11 months remaining on his contract, with the option to extend for another year. Fulham has made multiple bids for McTominay, who is also drawing interest from Turkish clubs Galatasaray and Fenerbahce. The 27-year-old recently played in United's 3-2 victory over Real Betis in San Diego. United is looking to sell either McTominay or Casemiro this summer to make room for a new defensive midfielder, with interest in Paris Saint-Germain's Manuel Ugarte. William Osula. Newcastle United is currently in advanced negotiations with Sheffield United regarding a potential deal for William Osula. The 20-year-old striker, who made 24 appearances and scored 3 goals in the FA Cup last season, has caught the eye of Newcastle. The club has put forward an initial offer of £10 million, with an additional £5 million in add-ons, showing their belief in the potential of the Denmark under-21 international. Conor Gallagher. Chelsea has reached an agreement with Atletico Madrid for the transfer of Conor Gallagher, following the midfielder's rejection of a contract extension on Wednesday. The 2-year deal with the option of a third would have boosted the England international to a salary comparable to those of the highest earners in Chelsea's midfield. Joe Gomez. Liverpool may need to explore the possibility of signing a new defender if Joe Gomez departs this summer. The English player's potential transfer to Newcastle United for £45 million did not materialise last month, and he is now considering new opportunities to secure regular playing time. Even though Joel Matip has left, the emergence of Jarell Quansah, who was also a target for Newcastle, and Sepp van den Berg's progress on loan at Mainz provide options for coach Arne Slot. However, Gomez's reliability and adaptability have been vital for Liverpool in recent years. Jurgen Klopp. Jurgen Klopp has made it clear that he will not be taking on the role of England's next manager, despite being a free agent following his departure from Liverpool. While players are often subject to transfers during the summer, managers like Klopp may also consider changing positions. Emile Smith-Rowe. Emile Smith-Rowe nears transfer to Fulham, moving closer to a switch to West London, the Arsenal Academy product. According to Fabrizio Romano, Fulham and Arsenal are finalising a £34 million deal for the 24-year-old. David De Gea. Former Manchester United goalkeeper David De Gea is reportedly open to a flow to a Serie A club, Genoa. De Gea has been without a club, considering that his departure from United closing summertime. The Spaniard turned into reportedly open to returning to United if Erik ten Hag and previous soccer director John Murtaugh, who oversaw his departure, were not on the club. Wataru Endo. Liverpool have rejected a bid from Marseille for Japanese midfielder Wataru Endo. The Reds signed the incredibly unknown Endo closing August from German Aspect Stuttgart in a £16.2 million deal, and he played 43 games as Liverpool wanted a stable no-6 after losing Fabinho and Jordan Henderson in the same summer. But given Endo, who is now 31, might be fair to mention he is not an extended-term answer. And Liverpool supporters have referred to as, for the membership, to upgrade the keeping midfield department. Aaron Wan-Bissaka. West Ham in talks with Man United over possible signing of Aaron Wan-Bissaka, who is worth more than £15 million. Hammers also, nonetheless, keen on signing Aston Villa forward John Duran. Yang Min-hyuk. Tottenham have finished the signing of winger Yang Min-hyuk from K-League side Gangwon FC. The Korean has agreed to a 6-year contract with Spurs and will be part of the club in January 2025. Yang has been broadly compared to Tottenham's present-day South Korean megastar and captain Son Heung-min. The team has commenced all 24 of Gangwon's league games to this point this season, producing 7 goals and 3 assists. Harry Maguire. Man UT defender Harry Maguire to Sky Sports News. Everything I've heard and the motion I've been proven from the club, I'm part of the future. And it's time to crack on and make this club a success again. Hard for the large trophies. That's what this club demands. Harry Maguire added he has been told he is part of Manchester United's future. Edison Santana de Moraes. Manchester City manager Pep Guardiola has once again addressed rumours surrounding goalkeeper Edison's move from the Saudi Pro League in recent months. On Wednesday, Guardiola expressed some doubts as he pondered the status of the 30-year-old Brazil international, who has 2 years left on his contract. But the City boss was very vocal about the first-choice goalkeeper's future 2 days later. "I want Eddie to continue with us," Guardiola added. "I'd love for him to stay. I can't imagine our strategy succeeding these past few seasons. He's an important person in the locker room." Jake O'Brien. Everton are in talks to signal Lion crucial defender Jake O'Brien. Discussions with the 23-year-old player are predicted to strengthen over the weekend. Pep Guardiola. Pep Guardiola says he has now not ruled out signing a new settlement with Manchester City. Since Guardiola's modern deal is to be expired next summer and regarded to hint after steerage City to a fourth successive Premier League title in May, that subsequent season will be his ultimate on the membership. Speaking at some point of the membership's pre-season tour of New York, he mentioned his destiny at the eve of City's friendly against AC Milan at Yankee Stadium. "When I'm leaving, I will say I'm leaving. However, I didn't say that." Guardiola, who has led City to 6 Premier League titles, FA Cups and a maiden Champions League, amongst a number of honours, advised reporters. "We will see what occurs, but I will now not rule it out genuinely to extend my contract. I would love to stay due to the fact I would love to live." Endrick. Brazilian forward Endrick has been unveiled as a Real Madrid player. The 18-year-old, who joined from Brazilian club Palmeiras, will put on the number 16 shirt at the Santiago Bernabeu. Jadon Sancho. PSG inquisitive about signing Jadon Sancho, Juventus and Borussia Dortmund stay eager on signing Man United forward. An unnamed Premier League club has additionally proven tentative interest. Man United need to make an income on what they paid for the 23-year-old Ultimate Summertime, reportedly around £50.46 million. João Felix. Though Giovanni Lo Celso of Tottenham is a player that Villa is still looking for, and manager Unai Emery is a big fan of the player. Another person with a similar profile that Emery is believed to have been impressed by is Felix. The player is paid a large salary at Atletico, but it's believed that he accepted a pay cut in exchange for taking a season-long loan to Barcelona. Eddie Nketiah. Talks continue among Marseille and Arsenal over the signing of forward Eddie Nketiah. Marseille were exploring the conditions of a deal. However, there was no formal bid. It's understood Nketiah would be open to the circulate. Nketiah is with the Arsenal squad at their pre-season excursion of the States. Jean-Claire Todibo. Juventus are running on a deal to signal Nice defender Jean-Claire Todibo, consistent with Sky in Italy. The talks are over a loan, but the opportunity of an option to shop for being agreed isn't always ruled out. At this stage, an obligation to buy isn't on the desk. Todibo has a deal at Nice till 2027. Ismaila Sarr. Crystal Palace are in talks with Marseille over potential deal for the winger. Sarr spent 4 years at Watford. Palace are within the market for a head after Michael Olise joined Bayern Munich. Reports from some other trusted places allege that Sarr has already agreed non-public terms with Ismaila Sarr. Crystal Palace are in talks with Marseille over potential deal for the winger. Sarr spent 4 years at Watford. Palace are within the market for a head after Michael Olise joined Bayern Munich. Reports from some other trusted places allege that Sarr has already agreed non-public terms with Palace. Moussa Diaby. Aston Villa midfielder Moussa Diaby will go through his medical with Al Ittihad this afternoon. The Saudi Arabian aspect have agreed a £50 million deal in principle to sign the 25-year-old. Once finished, he's expected to sign an agreement till 2029 on a gross salary of virtually £20 million, in line with year. Manuel Ugarte agreement. United has agreed on personal terms with Manuel Ugarte from PSG. This transfer could strengthen their midfield. Kevin De Bruyne. The Belgian striker has entered the final year of his contract and has long been linked with a move to Saudi Arabia, Al Ittihad. Nevertheless, he hasn't agreed on personal terms to join the club yet.